Hey guys, this is Alex from Low Key Millionaire here. I'm in my kitchen. I just got home from work. I'm really hungry. I'm gonna make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich with bananas. But at the same time, a thought crossed my mind. How do people even get started investing? Like, how do you get started investing in with stocks, for example? It seems so confusing. There's like information about this everywhere. People think that like stocks is all about graphs and numbers and charts. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to invest in stocks. I'm gonna hold your hand. We're gonna go through it one by one. But first, let's get started with this peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I meant to get white bread, but darn it, I accidentally got wheat bread. But this looks extremely dry, but it's gonna have to do. First of all, of course, we have to toast this bread. And while that is going, let me explain about what stocks are and just how they work pretty much. So stocks are, you can think of it like a piece of a company. Like, for example, let's take Amazon, for example. If you want to buy Amazon stock and you buy even like one share, you're technically an owner of Amazon. You're like a part owner of that company. And as the company itself grows and gets more profitable, makes more money, presumably the stock itself will go up too, and you will make money. And so that's what stock market investing is. It's not a scam. It's not something to be afraid of. It's something to learn about, because nowadays with inflation and all these things, man, your money is shrinking. Your money is shrinking big time. Like, more dollars are being printed, the value of each dollar decreases. The only way to keep ahead of that is by investing, by making your money grow. Oh my God, that scared me. This looks pretty done. And you guys remember in math class, right, about compound interest? Well, if you don't remember, it's like where your teacher probably gave you like this graph showing, oh, if you start out with a penny and it doubles and then it doubles again and it doubles. On the bottom of that paper, there's this huge, gigantic number. That's basically compound interest. Compound interest is when your money that you made makes more money on top of that. So that's compound interest. That's what can happen for your investments in the long term if you consistently invest in the stock market. Your returns can make you more returns. Let's get this peanut butter and jelly sandwich going. Peanut Delight. Creamy peanut butter. Late night snack that I made for myself, and then at the same time go over how to invest in some stocks. All right. So the first thing is, you want to choose what kind of brokerage you're gonna use. It doesn't really matter. It's just like, what bank do you bank with? Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo? Doesn't actually really matter, you know, they're all pretty much the same. There's, for example, Charles Schwab, Fidelity. For the purposes of this tutorial, we're gonna go with Charles Schwab because that's what I use personally. All right, so here we are at schwab.com, and basically you wanna go to open an account, okay? There we go. And you want to choose individual brokerage. So that's basically for stock investing. Click that. I'll probably ask you a couple simple questions. Let's open your individual brokerage account. All right. Okay, get started. Who's opening this account? Well, just fill out this stuff here. And then I think there's like, it takes about 5 minutes, just go through all these things. That's pretty much how you start opening your brokerage account. It's literally very similar to opening a simple checking account or savings account. But instead of for just leaving your money in there, the brokerage account is actually for investing. Let's actually now buy an actual stock. All right, so for Charles Schwab, you go to trade and then you go to stocks and ETFs. ETFs are exchange traded funds. Basically, they're index funds that you can think of. For this, I want to buy SPY, which is an index fund that tracks the S&P 500. So let's type this in. There it is, SPY. There's a whole bunch of other ones. Right now, one share is $681.76. And I want to buy, just click buy. And you want to buy one share. And so some stocks put out some dividends, meaning a little bit of money for every share that you buy. And when you reinvest the dividend, it automatically rebuys the same stock at that particular price point. And so that's a way of just kind of automating things. So I would always encourage you to reinvest dividends. Now this one, order limit or order type. So there's two types, there's limit and market. Well, there's a lot of types, but basically the two types that we're interested in is market and limit. I would go with the market limit. That is allowing you to buy the stock as soon as possible, ASAP. So when the market opens tomorrow at 6:30 on Monday, whatever the price is of that stock, it's just gonna fill. It's just gonna buy that particular stock. It's more or less gonna be around $681, but it could vary depending on how the market opens. But that's what market is. Whatever the market price is at that exact moment, you're buying it at that exact price. So it basically fills your order as soon as you possibly can. The other one is limit. A limit is basically you wanting to buy a particular stock at a particular price. So it's just more specific. For most people, I would just go with the market order. It fills up your order as soon as possible. You can go to review order here. So we're buying one share at market at $681, more or less. Dividends will be reinvested, and then just press place order. Okay, so it says order received, thank you, we have received your order. And that's it. Now you own one share of SPY. All these stock symbols, you know how like airports have like little 3-letter codes, like for example, LA's is LAX, or what's another one? San Francisco is SFO. Well, the 3-letter symbol for stocks is very similar to the airport codes. It's an abbreviation. So SPY tracks the S&P 500, which is the top 500 American companies. So basically, SPY, just buy SPY. You're buying a slice of America. That includes Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Tesla, Nvidia, Costco, Johnson & Johnson. You're basically getting a slice of the American pie, so to speak. So as American companies continue to grow, your money will grow along with it, all right? Back in my living room, and so that's basically buying one share of a stock. I wanted to preface this by asking you to promise me two things, actually. Number one, it's that you'll always be a long-term investor, meaning you'll do this for a number of years, at least like 5-10 years. And so that is the discipline, that is the skill that it takes to become a good investor. And the other thing is that you will not panic when the price goes down. You should think of it like a sale. Do you panic when, I don't know, like the mall has a sale? No, you actually get excited, right? Because you're able to buy things at a cheaper price. So as long as you have that mindset, do not panic, do not freak out when the market drops. Let me finish the rest of this magnificent peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I wanted to dispel some myths about stock market investing and all these things. The stocks are a scam and stuff like that. No, I mean, like, is Apple a scam? Is Amazon a scam? Is Netflix a scam? These companies are companies that are real companies that are providing real benefits to humankind, and they are worth a lot of money. And the stock market allows you to get a piece of that action. You know, it's not something to be scared of whatsoever. The best way to buy things like the foundation is just buying the entire market, the S&P 500. The S&P 500 represents the top 500 American companies. So you'll get a slice of the action, you know, the SPY example that we just provided. That is your ticket to riding the wave of America's greatness. Hope this video helps. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm not sponsored by Charles Schwab. This is just a message directly from me to you. Invest in the stock market, and over a period of many, many years, you will be very rich. You will be very successful. Ride the wave of America, you guys. just buy the S&P 500, SPY. Until next time, thank you.